I hope everybody is having a good afternoon. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you for joining the Church of Christ Consciousness. As you can tell, everything's a little different. The scenery is different, obviously, and that's because there's some work being done at the facility. So, what would I like to talk about today? Here we go. Letting go. That's what I want to talk about. Letting go. All right? There's an old saying that goes, let go and let God. And I was taught by my mom when I was young. When I came across a difficult situation, to say, I can't, God, you can, and I think I'll let you. All right? Well, I'd like to start with a little story. It goes like this. I have a really good friend who is having a problem sleeping. We talked yesterday about it, and for almost the past 7 months, she's lucky if she gets 2, maybe 4 hours of sleep every night. And it is concerning her, as it would, I think, anybody, especially after that long. And I said something to her that I'm not sure that most people realize. And that's what I want to focus on in this discussion this afternoon. And that is this. When you begin to believe something, because something just keeps occurring and reoccurring and happening over and over, we tell ourselves that something's wrong. And the more that we tell ourselves that something's wrong and needs to be fixed, we're actually strengthening that belief within us. Literally, we are strengthening it within us. And then wonder why it perpetuates and continues to get worse. Well, I said to her, let go of the belief that you can't sleep. And I want to demonstrate something. How many people do I know right now? They have their hands wrapped around things so tightly, they don't know how to let go. Let go. You cannot take a hold of something new or change your mind. Because I want you to think about it right now. When you are holding on tightly to a belief, this is like your mind. It's holding on to it. Let it go. Let that belief go so that a new one can come in, so that you can have a new belief. Remember, I've said 1,000 times, those who have heard me speak about it know exactly what I'm saying. And for those who may be watching this for the first time or will watch later sometime during the week, nothing changes when nothing changes. End of story. In order to have a change for anything, you have to let go of what is obstructing so that you can have a change of mind, a change of heart, and ultimately have something different occur in your life. We all tend to hold on to beliefs thinking that they're real, that this is the way it is. Well, to my friend who is suffering from insomnia, not being able to sleep is now one of the primary focuses of her daily thoughts. She's tired. It makes sense. Yet, when we let go of that belief, that thought, and change our mind, we can have a new experience. In this case, for her, hopefully it's sleep. So I told her yesterday to begin saying this, but to first realize, in the case of not sleeping, like is happening with her, that is actually an attack on herself. And we don't have to attack ourselves. Why do we attack ourselves? That's the question we should be asking. Why do we attack ourselves in such ways that it hurts and harms us? Any belief, like not sleeping, or when you say, I can't do that, that's not possible, that's beyond me, I just can't do it. Those are limiting beliefs. We all have them and we all think them. Yet, we are so much more than our limiting beliefs. We are the universe experiencing itself. We're infinite divine beings. All the limitations that we place upon ourselves are placed there because we don't believe the truth. Limiting beliefs are the lie. So I told my friend, I said, every time that you think, I'm having a hard time sleeping, I can't go to sleep easy, I lay awake, whatever the thought is, catch it, stop it, immediately stop and say, this is a lie. I can choose to stop attacking myself and believe the truth. And I have the right to sleep healthy, to sleep all night if that's what I desire. But we have to recognize the false beliefs that we have that bind us into habits that it takes a while for us to begin to realize that we want to cut the habit out or stop because we're being hurt by it. Again, my friend, she's being hurt by not being able to sleep. It is truly beginning to affect her life. I want you to hear this. What is the difference in saying, I'm having a hard time sleeping these days, or sleep comes easily when I'm at peace? They're both founded upon beliefs, and it is what you believe about yourself that you will make manifest. If you believe that you will have a hard time sleeping, you will manifest a hard time sleeping. But if you manifest that sleep comes naturally and easily, you will manifest a good night's sleep. It's all up here, guys. It all starts up here. We were told in the Bible that God is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and end. Jesus was almost stoned when he said, you are but gods. And he was quoting right out of the Old Testament. And he even said, this is the law. What the law says cannot be undone. When we speak or think, listen to the words that we're saying or thinking, because words have power. And they have power over what we see and experience. Words reflect what we believe about ourselves, what we believe is happening. Words form the interpretations that we assign and the meanings that we give to everything, including sleeping. If I say to myself, I'm having a hard time sleeping, I'm not sleeping well, then every time I think that, I'm strengthening that belief. Well, then is it any wonder every night then I would be having a hard time sleeping? But if I say to myself, sleep comes naturally and easy to me, then you're creating a new belief and strengthening that belief. And we manifest our beliefs. In other words, we see and experience what we hold to be true about ourselves, others, and the world around us. We truly are in charge of our life because we are the Alpha and Omega, because our thoughts, our mind, everything begins and ends within the mind. We are that. That's what I want everyone to recognize. You have the divine right, the power to be as happy and joyous in your life or as miserable as you choose to be. It is actually your choice under the law of responsibility. The universal law simply states, I create everything that I see and experience, and I choose the feelings I would have. And everything that seems to happen, I asked for and receive as asked. Well, to my friend who thinks she's not asking to not sleep at night, but to the universe, she is. The universe listens and hears every thought that we think because we're not separate from the universe. We never have been, and we never will be. The universe is within us, and as Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, heaven is within and without. The universe is within and without. We aren't just a part of the universe. We are the universe, each one of us. And the universe hears our thoughts. And it says, yes, Master, thy will be done. So if you're thinking, I'm having a hard time sleeping, the universe says, yes, Master, I will give you a hard time sleeping. But if you say, sleep comes naturally and with ease, the universe will say, yes, Master, sleep becomes natural and with ease. We're the ones who set ourselves up to either hurt ourselves or lift ourselves up. And it's all by what we think, the beliefs that we hold so true within our mind and our heart. I'm going to finish this with something that Jesus said. Jesus said, bring me your burdens. Bring me your burdens. So whether it's financial or not being able to sleep, take that burden to him. Let it go. Give it to him. Let it go. And instead of declaring what you will Simply say, "Thy will be done." Just as he did in the Garden of Gethsemane the night before he was crucified, when he asked God the Father to remove the cup, to take it away from him. But then he always ended it with, "But thy will be done, not mine." So take your burdens. We've been invited to do it. Give them to him. But remember to also end it with, "Thy will be done." Because now you have released the burden and your hands are open, your mind is open, your heart is open, so that you can receive the truth. You can receive that which will no longer harm you or hurt you or keep you in misery. And it is so easy to do, but why do we have a hard time doing it? I'll tell you why. Because none of us like to surrender. But we don't realize surrender, yes, to the ego means that we've lost. Yet to the spirit, to surrender means we are winning. We won because we have turned away from wrong thinking that hurts and harms us, to the thoughts that are loving, gentle, peaceful, and joyous. But it's up to us. It always is. No one can do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves. And that means we have to be very cognizant of what we're thinking at all times. We have to be watchful for every errant thought, because each thought strengthens a belief. And again, what we believe to be true about ourselves, others, and the world around us, we will see and experience. But only we can change it. We have the power to change our thoughts. And we do so by denying the thoughts that hurt us, the beliefs that hurt us, and creating new ones, which brings us into the truth of our being, into love, into peace, joy, happiness. So as I said to my friend yesterday, you can change this, but you have to believe it. You have to believe in your own power in order to change it. Now, I know what I'm about to say is going to sound easy. I'm not telling you it's easy, but I am telling you it's worth it. And it's simple. It's just not easy. And that is to begin questioning all beliefs, every belief that you hold and believe to be true. Take them to the one within that knows if it is true or a lie, if it creates peace or conflict, heaven or hell. Take it to that one, let it go, and be receptive for what comes back. Now I'd like to take a moment and let's do a quick meditation on what we just spoke about. So if you would, close your eyes, place both feet on the floor. If you're holding any tension in your shoulders, let your shoulders drop. Let it go. let the tension go. And for this moment, recognize the peace that is in this moment. You can go back and pick the tension up when we're through. You have that divine right under the law of free will. But for this moment, let it go. Now, let's take a couple of deep breaths. On the inhale, I want you to think to yourself, I. And on the exhale, am. The next breath, on the inhale, think to yourself, I am. And on the exhale, I am. And the third breath, on the inhale, I am whatever I choose to be. And on the exhale, I am the truth that is. Now, let's descend to our heart space. That place, that inner sanctuary, that place of peace, stillness, quietness. And as we enter that sanctuary, we see the altar at the center. The altar dedicated to truth, to life, to the source, to the one. In peace, in love, and with gratitude, we approach the altar. And we lay upon it our burdens, our false beliefs about ourselves. We let all of it go. We surrender it. And we thank that one for the love that we are given, and for the abundance that is shown, and for the life that we live. And we take a moment and we stand in front of that altar in thankfulness and in love. As we make our journey back into this time, this place, this space, this moment, we leave the inner sanctuary with our hands wide open to receive the new. And we come back into conscious awareness with an understanding we are responsible. We create what we see and experience, and we choose what we feel. All right, guys, we'll be in this the church sanctuary next Sunday. Thank you for being with me here. I really do appreciate it. Some things are being done at church, and I think ultimately everybody is going to love it and enjoy it. So thank you again. And for those who will yet watch later in the week, know that at the Church of Christ Consciousness, we are here for all those who are truly, truly ready to live the truth of their being. And with that, guys, I say peace and love to all. Have a good one. Enjoy your week. And for those who do the Way of Mastery, we'll see you on Wednesday. All right? Take care.